What's up, everybody? It's about 6 in the morning, and I'm at my local Walmart, and I'm here to get as much Lorcana product that my greasy little fingers can get on. I quit my job, and I told them, you know what? You'll see, I'm going to make a killing off of this children's card game. You're laughing at me now, but I'll be laughing all the way to the bank when it's said and done. Alright, so I went in the Walmart to the trading card section. Had to run over a couple kids and senior citizens to get in there, just to make sure I got there before anyone else did. Unfortunately, there was no Lorcana stuff in there yet. I know it's still early, but listen, like I said, I will be the one who has the last laugh. So, after asking all the Walmart employees where the Lorcana stuff is over and over again, and trying to scrummage through every single box that was at the store, it turns out there was finally Lorcana stuff. So I shoved it all in my cart, and some guy comes up and he's like, "Oh, you're really gonna buy all that stuff for yourself? You're not gonna leave any for the players? Think of the children." And I said, "No, you clown. I'm gonna flip this and make double the profit off of it, because people are definitely going to buy it off of me for twice the price." And then he must have distracted me, because all of a sudden his buddy takes my cart, completely steals it, and buys all the product for himself. And I'm just like, I'm just Superman. I'm like, seriously? You took all of my product and didn't even leave any for me? Like, how selfish can you be? You know, who just takes all of someone's stuff that they're trying to buy at the Walmart and then buy it for themselves and not leave any for me? Like, that's just selfish, and I think people like that need to be dealt with. It's just so ethically wrong. You know, so, yeah, I was going to make a killing off of this. I was going to be so made, but no, because someone had to be selfish and take everything. Now that's not going to happen. So, yeah, I need to go beg for my job back. Oh, God, this has been exhausting. Ooh. How did you get this? Oh my gosh, this week has been exhausting when it comes to Lorcana. I mean, oh my goodness, the amount of arguing and discourse and this, that, and the other thing, and just overall panic about this game has been, it's been a time. If you're a part of any kind of Lorcana group or subreddit, then you've seen that you have people complaining about prices and scalpers, then scalpers defending what they do, and then the just natural discourse between local game stores and customers. But it's been a complete mess. And this video is a little more ranty, I guess you can say. And this is being released on the actual big box store release date, September 1st. So I think it's actually kind of fitting. But this launch of Lorcana, which some of us kind of predicted would be, but like we're kind of hoping it wasn't, was just a complete and utter disaster. And it does not make a good start for this game and for its community, because now the Lorcana community is already kind of at odds with each other, at least different groups. The collectors, the players, the scalpers, the store owners. It's kind of a mess. But we're just going to kind of focus on the big box stores themselves, because that's kind of what this video is for. Talking about exactly what's going on, why this is going on, and how we can sort of improve and figure this out. And there's also some, I guess, according to what side you're on, there's some positive news. Before we kind of get into it though, again, be sure to like and subscribe. We keep growing this channel. We're past 100 subscribers, which is awesome. So I do want to keep that going. And if you're already subscribed, be sure to share with your friends and all that. And thank you for the support. So we need to talk about this. So Lorcana, obviously we knew, was released at local hobby stores, local game stores on August 18th, and the plan was to release them at your big box retailers, your Walmarts, your Targets, GameStop, even Best Buy was going to have this stuff. And then in theory, people thought like, well, if it's released to these stores, then it'll be more accessible to everyone. Before we even get to it, like, already, at least in my area, GameStop and I think Best Buy and a bunch of other stores aren't getting their stock till the 8th. So, you know, there's that. But we need to kind of talk about the concern about why, all our problems will be solved September 1st, why that wasn't really realistic, at least not everywhere. You know, maybe depending on where you are, you do have a lot of product. I've seen posts of people's Targets having a good amount of product and then being able to get it. But that's the problem. A lot of this stuff is being released before September 1st, and a lot of these stores just don't seem to care. And what's happening is people kind of more in the know or have knowledge of certain things are able to get to these stores before anyone else knows that product is there and buy everything. And those are the scalpers. And I guess I also need to sort of talk about the difference between the secondary market and scalpers, because I've gotten a lot of crap this week that, you know, people are just attacking the secondary market, this, like, no. The secondary market and scalpers aren't the same thing, okay? If you're a store or if you're a person who is selling product like singles or whatever, you are the secondary market and your prices are based on that market. A scalper is someone who literally goes to a store and buys everything, clears the stock just to flip it for a higher price. I guess they're kind of similar, all right, but scalping, at least I feel, is more malicious almost, because you are taking away the opportunity for other people to buy that product at the fair price. And again, I already know that if you're someone who does this and you're watching this video, your main response is going to be, well, I'm not breaking any rules by doing that you should have done the work to get there sooner, or, you know, I was more dedicated in finding it than everyone else, so therefore I deserve to get it. And you know what? You're right. You, I guess, technically can do that, but that doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. And if you don't care about the right thing to do and all you really care about is making that quick buck, then that's on you. But just know that that is actively hurting the community, and that sort of thing isn't going to continue in the near future, and I'll explain why in a second. But see, a lot of this sort of goes back to the fact that these stores like Walmart and whatever are releasing a lot of this product early, and people are just kind of realizing this. So now, if that's the only stock they're getting and scalpers are coming by and buying everything, then is there going to be any product at all to buy? And let me just say this, I know I'm kind of bouncing all over the place because, like, I just have to get this off my chest, is that I posted this in a Lorcana Facebook group, and some people gave me crap for it, but most people agreed. If you want scalpers to stop, if you don't want to support these scalpers financially by buying the things that they're trying to flip, then simply don't buy from the scalpers. All right? At that point, then, scalpers have a couple options. One, they sit on that product that no one is buying at a loss and they can't move it. Two, they have to open the product and try to sell what's inside the box and maybe they'll break even, but in a lot of cases, they'll lose money off of that. Plus, it takes a lot more time. And 3, their last option is you desperately try to move the stuff still sealed at a loss. Like, no one is forcing anyone to buy from these scalpers. And I get it. People want product. People want to have cards in their hands. People want to start playing this game and they don't want to fall behind. I completely understand that. But supporting these scalpers financially is the wrong thing to do. If you're someone who doesn't want that to continue, it's the wrong thing to do. All right. And again, there are people within this sort of little market community, and there's nothing wrong with buying and selling Lorcana stuff. There's nothing inherently wrong with that, or there's nothing illegal with that or anything like that. All right. It's the fact that because of whether you're able to get to these stores before everyone else, or you know someone who works in these stores, or you know when the vendor is going in to restock the stores, that you just go in and buy everything, and therefore you are gatekeeping the game from everyone else unless they pay your price. That is, in my opinion, like ethically wrong, inherently wrong, and it's just not good for this community. So no, I don't agree with what you're doing. I don't think what you're doing is right. I don't think what you're doing is a good thing. It might be a good thing for you, and you might be laughing your way to the bank, and you know what? Good for you, but you are actively hurting this game. So here's a couple things I kind of want to look at though. Here on Reddit, some images that are a little upsetting. So here is a Reddit post, and this was 4 days ago. So this was on Monday, I believe, and there was already empty Lorcana product, and this is like 4 or 5 days before it was originally supposed to be in stores. And now this Walmart might not get any more, if they have any more in the back. I don't know how much they got, but if this keeps happening, if they keep restocking and these scalpers come and get them, then again, it will not get into the hands of anyone else, and people are going to have to continue to overspend. This is in California, and this actually caused some shockwaves on the internet. All right, and there's a video of this somewhere. I don't have it, but what we have, I'm sure you can find this video on Reddit or whatever, is someone who I guess maybe knows someone who works in the Walmart here, going through stock, going through boxes before it's even in stock in the store, and buying up Lorcana products. That's just insane to me that this is even happening. This is in California, and again, there is a video of this somewhere, and you can see Lorcana product being taken from this box. So this is just another example of just product being taken from everyone else, and I don't know what they're planning on doing with this. I don't know if they just got a couple things, maybe they didn't buy all of it, but the fact of the matter is that people are buying all of the stock and trying to sell it for who knows how much more, and I just don't think it's right. Now, I know that this video has been pretty negative. I know that, like, you know, I've been ranty, and again, there's probably a good amount of you that are going to disagree with me and my stance on scalping in general, and we've been through this before, right? During the pandemic, when shelves were cleared of any kind of cards, sports cards, trading cards, whatever. And this also happened with gaming consoles too, when scalpers would set up bots on the internet and just buy up a bunch of PlayStation 5s or Xbox Ones, or not Xbox Ones, Xbox Series X, and buy them all, immediately buy them all, and then resell them for like $1,000, which was twice the MSRP. And again, while nothing like illegal is happening, it's wrong, and it's just a terrible thing, at least in my opinion. But there is some good news to go with this. I don't want this to be all negative. At least good news for those who want access to cards. Now, it might not be perfect. It still might take a while, but I think we should look at this post from Disney Lorcana's Twitter. So we have a post here, and this is from August 31st at 4:30, saying, Disney Lorcana TCG fans, we want to share the steps we've been working on to get more product into the market. and to meet demand. This is their first time actually really addressing this. Now, before they did say that that is their goal, but in terms of the release, they know what's happening. So if we look at this, our goal is for fans to be able to purchase and enjoy the Lorcana TCG product at the suggested retail price. All right, and that's very important. The suggested retail price is MSRP, and obviously most people have not been able to buy it at MSRP. And we will continue to take steps to ensure a level of availability and quality that keeps the market healthy for both collectors and players. All right, what they're saying here is that they want it to be available, and they are not just focusing on collectors, not just focusing on players, but both. And I've said this before, a trading card game, in my opinion, needs both to have longevity in order to survive. Okay, so if we look at their next tweet here, it says, additional booster product will start arriving in North America local game stores in October. All right, so there's going to be another LGS release in October. We are also reprinting Disney Lorcana, the first chapter, which will be available starting in Q1 of 2024 in North America and Europe. All right, so after this booster product will get in the game stores, they'll be reprinting more. This is ultimately going to be another wave that happens sort of at the start of 2024. And I know that's still a little bit of waves from now, but when it comes to people who are scalping this product, this is terrible, terrible news, because ultimately it will drive down the value of what they have. If people know that there's going to be more product and it's going to be well stocked in stores, then why would they buy it at a higher price? Again, unless they have serious FOMO. All right, this just tells me that this scalping nightmare with Disney Lorcana will not continue. Do I wish it was sooner? Yes, but they said some will be in October, and there will also be first chapter stuff in North America and Europe as well at the start of 2024. So I think that is fantastic news. Look, at the end of the day, I'm a big proponent of card games mainly being accessible to everyone. Yes, obviously I acknowledge a secondary market exists. Obviously some things are going to be worth more money than others, whether it be cards or product. I acknowledge that. I don't always like it, but I acknowledge that, and it is what it is. The secondary market is a part of the trading card game experience. Okay, but I think we need to sort of calm down on a lot of this discourse and arguing. If you want my advice, I don't think there's any point in complaining about how much scalpers are selling the product for. All right, if you don't like what the scalpers are doing, or you don't agree with it, or you want them to stop, then simply don't buy it from them. All right, this is going to take time. It's going to take patience, and it's going to take a lot of willpower. But don't let them have that power over you of just being able to buy everything, and then you lose more money and they gain more money. All right, because they're taking advantage of FOMO and they're just trying to make a quick buck. So we have to be patient. We have to understand that, yes, really the launch of any TCG nowadays is difficult with this sort of thing. And this all goes back to Ravensburger and how they were not prepared for the demand of this release. And they basically said that. So I hope that in the future they will learn from this and they'll know that, hey, this is what happens when we're not able to get product in the hands of players, and if we don't print enough, it brings so much negativity into the community, where instead of, if you go on like any group, Facebook group, Twitter, Reddit, whatever, the majority of the posts are just people mad that they don't have product, that they were unable to get product because it's been cleared out of their store, or prices have been doubled or tripled on everything. So I don't think Ravensburger wants that to be the conversation. I don't think they want that to be the narrative when it comes to this game. All right, I think we want this game to be celebrated and played and people have a good time with it no matter what situation you're in. And hopefully with these changes that Ravensburger is going to do, we can do that. Hopefully now that more stores will have stuff after September 1st, hopefully that'll help with things a little bit. I mean, the singles market is starting to go down a bit too. All right, there already is an effect, but I know I've sounded pretty negative on this video for a lot of it, but like, you know, I just have very strong opinions on this, and you know, I just want this game to succeed, just like I'm sure everyone watching this video does too. So that's all. I know this video was very ranty and whatever, but I was pretty passionate about it. So if you like it, make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe, and Lumineers, I'll see you on the next one. Later.